If you are new to PoE, we sail on the same boat. If you loved slaying weird-looking demons in Diablo back in the day, but feel underwhelmed by Diablo 4, Path of Exile 2 might just be your next big time sink. I've spent around 13 hours in it, and I'm hooked. Except for this son of a more on that later. First of all, PoE 2 is a fantastic game. The gameplay is smooth, and in-game systems like crafting are well explained compared to its prequel. The bosses are insanely well done, and I hope the developers keep their eyes glued on this. When you enter this world, you have your typical start of game. You start out as a weak meat shield who arrives rather quickly in the first player hub. You finish some quests and unlock more and more of the content and its systems. For me, it was exactly that. I decided on playing a warrior and progressed through the first act easily. I almost exclusively spam my 2-hitting rolling slam ability and infuse some items with different kind of orbs to make them stronger. If I pick up bows and staves, I just repurpose them by selling or salvaging them in town. Blasting through boss encounters then becomes easy enough for the average player, and soon you get into Act 2, where some bitch with a tentacle monster went to the desert and corrupts the sand, so we follow them to beat their ass. Here you traverse the world on a big platform on wheels, pulled by undead slaves? That's insane, but also cool as fuck to be honest. From here on, you should start to feel the difficulty rising. Sure, my rolling slam is augmented with good support gems, and still two-shots most of the mobs, but if you're not careful you might keep hugging the ground. In order to clap some tentacle cheeks though, we have to become stronger. That's where the Ascendancy trial comes in. A Slay the Spire-like dungeon you have to complete without dying even once. And dying isn't even the part that sucks, it's the honor bar. Simply put, you lose honor if you receive damage of any kind, and should you ever drop to 0, you're back to square one and have to restart the whole run.
Literal fucking god.
This literal shit show can be fine, sure, just don't get hit. But if you consider that I am a melee class, the whole situation becomes a lot harder. And the best part starts now. You go from room to room and clear the objectives like activating levers or speedrunning to big crystals and snort some lines. You arrive at the boss you have to defeat. You fight that son of a wrecking ball with an already damaged dignity meter and get chunked hard for every hit you get. He spawns a lot of mini volcanoes that chips off your remaining sanity, plus a big AoE that gets announced by your old wannabe Paimon after the wind-up has started. And while editing, I remembered he even starts dropping down burning stone spikes all over the arena. Like, how do you finish that? In my opinion, the very first trial is absolute pain in terms of honor system.
But you are a warrior, what did you expect?
I expect fun playing a video game. That's the purpose of it. I really hope they either change the boss or the amount of honor you lose. Let the extra stuff like volcanoes just take half of the current value, for example. And sure, it's just the first trial, but I personally... Fuck. And sure, it's just the first trial, but I personally don't expect the next trials to be any easier. But hey, you can still just go over-level yourself and one-shot the boss, I guess. I won't. And we'll brute force it like we did against the Tree Sentinel in Elden Ring because I'm a gamer, alright? I am destined to overcome this challenge and claim my ascendancy. So what's the verdict up to Act 2? If you love Hack and Slay, PoE 2 slaps hard, but don't play melee if you aren't a gigachat in tanking frustration. I'm looking at you, League gamers. Like and sub if you liked the video. I heard you get a unique drop by doing that.